Right here. Same as usual, continue the request from jordacious8's Kuni. And by the tomorrow I'm going to play the first Sonic the Hedgehog, because now I have the full setup that I didn't test. But soon, very soon. Alright. Now, all of this. Now this. And I need to check the sound. So, where's the background music? Come on. Get out. Okay, I will check at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing. Not this, but there. Anyway, everything is working. Today started actually late, so I have something around 3 hours. Not 4 as usual. So let's go. I see you returned, kid. You get permission from Her Majesty? Yeah, it is. What? You really got her approval? Unbelievable! These fellows may make use of my ship as they see fit. Wow. The Queen's already taken an interest in you. Guys, a big deal here. Maybe you'll end up saving the world after all. Alright, I'll start making preparations to depart immediately. Thank you. You must have a lot to do before we set off. You know, saying hello to the mayor and all that. And put the pedal to the metal. Come look me up when you're ready to go. Okay? You're still not going. We've got a long voyage ahead of us. Lots of preparation. Preparation? What do we need to prepare? We have everything. Could I bother you for a minute? Something. What is it? Could you show me that photo you were looking at earlier? I think I've seen that person somewhere before. Really? Take a look. Thank you. Gyro. Now I see. Oh, that cleft chin. Who'd it be? I think I know. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm afraid I have no idea who it is. He left. What are you just standing there for? He's a thief! A thief! I know, we gotta catch him. But you already saw who's in the photo, so what's the problem? Stop! If they faster than they looked or something. Oliver, where did he go? I'm sure he went that way. But Robert, since he got away, up ahead this path connects with the South Bridge. But wait a second, this arrow shows to the south, isn't it? If you go after him from our that way, we can flank him on both sides. Really? The plan sounds too simple. High Lord of Fairies is never wrong. I'll stay and ambush him here, so you run on ahead. But why this way? Alright, not this way. Up ahead this path connects with the South Bridge. If you go on it from the opposite end, we can flank him. Queen this way? Ah! Farther to the south. Okay, I got it. But how do you know that he went here? Looks like they've stood it. chasing me. They don't have nuts, guts. What the heck? Did he what? It's so fast, I cannot read it. Why should we go back? No. Definitely need to go this way. Hey, he comes. Damn it, like I give it back. Dang it. What the heck he's doing? Wait for me, Shizuko. Shizuko, can't you run? And by the way, this man reminds me of this ninth man from 9 Hours, Non People, Non Doors. Looks the same. He's trying to steal our ship? No. You don't know when to give up. Stop, Ryan! Why are you doing this? It's no way to speak to your elders. I want what I want. What's wrong with that? And I get what I want, no matter what it is. Get out of my way. Looks like you'll be killed. Check yourself all around. That I'm the guy to obey the letter of the law. Black mist. It's a nightmare. What do we do over? Kill a nightmare? We don't have a choice. We have to fight this. Gyro Mare? Okay. I doubt it's working. Means? Why are you missing this skill? One more time. Yet again, very easy, boss. And I didn't grind in this game. Another one? Second form? Dark Harmony? Interesting. But the second stage lowered. Might. Looks like I will replace you. Ah, it's wrong skill. almost dead. But I will not work on him. He'll die before I check it. Yeah. That stinks. What am I? Seems getting possessed by a nightmare. Leaves one feeling a mite unruly. Now give us back our photo. Shut it! I'm just doing what I want. One more step and I tear it to shreds. What do we do, Shizuku? He's still hollowed. Seems that way, same as our poem between. Without the restrained heart fragment. By restraint again, he can't stop going after whatever it's that he wants. Well, it looks like we'll have to go and find a restrained heart fragment. But where could we even... But wait a second, in this case, he'll just run away, that's all. Maybe due to this game logic he will stay here. Time to give the old Locket Lock on a spin. We better try it out in town. Oh, it's a new one. Locket Lock. That's right, Oliver, let's start our search in the town. No, it's the same. Quite you, I'm not doing anything. A normal person wouldn't. Let me go. Yeah, he will be staying here, it's kinda stupid, must say. What a key for me. There was really a person with a strain here? In this city? Inside? Because there was no one. Oh, wait a second. Is the one this extra hard the male? Oh yeah. A restrained fragment. Oh, I see. He popularized swimsuit culture to promote perseverance and to strengthen the townspeople. Wait a second, but he did what he wanted, so he also needs to restrain. It's kinda stupid, no logic. Can I help you? Hey, wait just a minute. So he decided to be intolerant and restrain other people as he wanted. You're wearing swimsuits now. I see you've had enough of our sense of style. Well, no, actually, we really just want to charter a ship. A ship, you say? I see. In that case, I see why you changed. Is it okay if we charter a ship from Newport? We got a letter of permissions from Kohler, just like you said. Is it right? Yep, looks good to me. You're welcome to use our port now. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. But before we leave, we've got something we need to do. Oh, and what's that? There's someone. We'd like to help, but we need to borrow a bit of your strength in order to do that. With my strength? Yeah, I can use magic to save someone that has lost part of their heart. What? You could hold my town? Yeah? How the heck do you know about them hollowed? That'll make this easy, of course. Listen, Laura, he has been going around helping this lot of hollowed using magic to save them. And it works. Seriously? There's someone in town that needs more restraint in their heart. And you seem to have it in excess. Could you share it, please? Well, now, I must say I'm a bit surprised you're asking for my help. But I'm delighted to help. I do whatever I can to help others. Just say the word and I'll be there. Sid, thank you so much. Yeah, nice work, Oliver. Alright, it was this. How's this? Somehow my heart feels lighter. Thank you so much. Hey, Oliver, we gotta go save that guy. Hurry. You're right. Since again, Mr. Mayor. No problem. Come back for a visit sometime. Don't forget your swimsuits. No sense. We'll better cast Give Heart him straight away. Okay, let's cast it. Gold Rock, is it HP? This is supposed to help someone who is hollowed go back to normal. Hey, what? Pass off, small fries. After all we went through restoring his heart, would it kill you to say thanks?
それ返してよ。
Give it back!
なんだよ。どうせただの肖像画だろうが、そんなにムキになんなよ。
What's your problem? It's just a picture. It's not worth getting excited over.
それは大事なものなんだ。そっちこそなんでそんなもの盗むんだよ。
It's important to us, and if it's not worth getting excited over, then why did you steal it?
こんなものが出回ってると少々都合が悪くてな。
Shows that circumstances weren't the greatest, but once I saw it, I had to have it.
じゃあ分かった。こうしよう。俺が金で買ってやる。それでいいだろ
Okay, how about this? I'll pay for it. Gold? Maybe gold? Hard cash, what do you say?
ダメだ。絶対売れない。それは必要なんだ。
No way, it's not for sale. We need this.
おお。どう必要なのか話してみろよ。
Tell me, why you need the photo?
話したら返してくれるの？
If I tell you, will you give it back?
さあ、どうかな
Who knows, he said.
これは賢者様なんだ。
This is a picture of
その
Sage.
人に会いに行くんだ。ジャボを倒すために。
We're on our way to meet with him so we can defeat Jabbo.
おい、お前今なんて言った
Hold on, what did you just say?
ジャボを倒すんだよ。みんなの力で。
All of us are going to defeat Jabbo.
賢者様に大きな魔法の力を学ぶためにやな。このオリバーは頑張っとるっちゅうわけや。
Sage knows some really powerful magic. And Oliver's gonna put his mind to learn it.
さあ、話したよ。返して。
Well, we told you, give it back.
お前たちがジャボを倒すで、このハンサム賢者様を本気で協力させようってのか
You defeat Jabbo? And this pretty boy Sage is going to lend a hand?
うん。絶対に協力してもらう。
He will. He really will help us.
バカかお前は。どこから来んだよ。その根拠のない自信はよ。
You bunch of idiots. I've got no idea where this baseless blaster is coming from.
今この世界にジャボーに歯向かおうってやつはいない。きっとあいつだって。
There's nobody in this world who could stand up to Jabbo. There's no way that you. What?
あ、いや。とにかくそんなのは無理だよ。
Listen, forget about it. You've got no chance.
可能性あると思う。
I think that we do.
何
Nani?
オリバーは私の父ソロンを目覚めさせてくれた。そして私も
Brought my father Suren around, and me too.
ソロンまさかあの大賢者のソロンか
So surely you don't mean not Suren the Great Sage?
ソロンは今や本気でジャボーと戦おうとしてるんやで。
Suren's gonna stand with us in the fight against Jabbo.
本当かソロンが
Suren? You serious?
本当だよ。
You serious?
まあいい騙してばっかだったからなたまには騙されてみるとするか
Oh, heck, I've swindled so many people, it's only fair that I get swindled. Sometimes.
案内してやるよ。そいつのところにな。
I'll show you the way. What?
な
What?
ああ、ちょっとな。
Sure could say that. How did I miss what she said?
すごい。ありがとう。
Thank you. I don't even know your name.
ジャイロだ。少年、よ
Gyro.
ろしくな。
Gyro da. Nice to meet you, kid.
少年じゃない。オリバーだ。
I'm no kid, my name is Oliver.
おっと、そうだったな。じゃあよろしく頼むよ、オリバー。
Alright, well, good to meet you, Oliver. No kid.
私はマル。
I'm Maro.
大妖精の雫や
And I'm Shizuka. The Lord of the Fates.
じゃあいよいよ出航だね。
Well, we should get going now, right?
オリバー、なんかワクワクするね。
Pretty excited, Oliver. Well, then, I'll show you what? This is my Imogen. Of course, you're an Imogen user. That would explain why Imogen came out of the defeated nightmare. We aren't weak, you and me. Each of us is strong in our own way. And now you and me are gonna get along famously. You'll join our party. You've collected quite a few Imogen. Are you starting to run out of space for more? Let me give you my current gauge. What's that? Now instead of just your battle members, you can pull from your reserve members. And from the Imogen manhole. What? Number of Imogen you can keep on hand has increased. You can check this in party menu. I thought we already have a lot. Okay. Hold on a minute, you're getting all excited over a cage. Did you think that was all? Well, then have a look at this. That's right. What a good spot for treasure hunting. Okay, now you explain how to get these treasures. Already saw one, but I don't remember where it was. Oliver, go and get a closer look at the treasure chest. Yes, where I tell you a little secret of mine. I'm often of a mind to go off in search of out-of-reach treasure chests. I'll show you the true splendor of my skill. If you are at location where you can clearly see green treasure chest and an exclaim mark pops up, make sure to investigate. Let's see. Alright, let's take a look. He's like Usopp by the way from One Piece. Who the heck is this? Okay, but where was the previous chest and why you just open it? Phoenix Feather. It's true rival. That's amazing. I know, right? There's a lockpick gun. Open a treasure chest as you get close, a real work of art is. A pro like me can open them up from 10 paces. Now he's a pro. No, we're just making all kinds of great friends. It's decided. What's decided, Shizuka? I've been thinking about saying this for a while. Go on. I give up. I quit. What? I don't want to fight anymore. Really? What, you think a delicate little flower like myself is gonna be any good in a fight? Press a stage when you think about it. Fairies aren't built for this sort of work. Tell you what, from now on I'll supervise. Wait a second, but you have equipment that I equipped you. That was sudden. What do you think, Maro? Who cares? Wait, what? It's fine, Oliver. You've got so many friends now. Shizuku doesn't have to fight if he doesn't want to. You have a point, Maro. You're taking this pretty darn well. Well, I see how it is. Fine. I'll take care of myself from now on. Post removed from your party members? What? Hey, ship's about to leave. Get a move on. We'll be so soon. Ready to go. Everybody? Yep. Alright. You're all ready now. Finally. We're setting off. What? But there was another chest that I didn't. Open.
久しぶりの航海だ。腕が鳴るぜ。出航。
動いた。
ワクワクするな。
めんどくさそうだな。
What's that?
おお、見送ってくれてるの？すごい。
さあ、広い海が俺たちを待ってるぜ。帆を開け。取り舵いっぱい。
Go northeast to the continent of Rekka. How to sail? There's still tutorials in game. Key control pod. Get off the ship, press A. To sail the ship, go to any coastal town. Speak with Captain Sinbad, it's about. Okay. You're heading for the Borgo Empire. The ocean is vast and it's easy to lose your way. And remember, there also must be monsters here. In this case, why do you need this manhole? Oh, there was a manhole. One of my images. How can I reach them? Ah, here. Okay, let's see. He's pretty strong, by the way. Okay, let's check equipment. What is his skill? Wait a second. Steel? Attack 1-4 with poison attack. Darkness attack. He's actually a regular physical attacker, okay. Not so fast. Alright, let's go. Huh? Nice weather? What a perfect day to be out on the open sea. If we keep up this pace, we'll be in Borgo, on the continent of Rekka in no time. What was this cutscene? Was something terrible happen? What? What's this all of a sudden? It was so calm until just a moment ago. This is pretty weird, right? A storm? No, it's way bigger than just a storm. Personally, I already like this map. It's very loud here. This Sif, I mean. He's very interesting as a character. Oh, the Storm's Eye! It spotted us! The real Storm's Eye? Storm's Eye? Yeah, it drives away anything that tries to cross its path. If you get sucked into the middle of it, there's no way out. It'll toss you for out to sea. It's some sort of crazy possessed rifle. What? Well, what are you supposed to do? For now, just hold on. Here it comes. Sometimes this game is very loud. What? It's calm down? Oliver, how do you feel? Okay. Okay, is everyone alright? That was a really bad storm. The ship took a real beating. Let's throw all the way back to where we started. Plus, if this was any ship other than Queen Cola, we would have been ripped to pieces. But guys, we can't give up. Come on, Sinbad. You gotta try one more time. Let's get going. What are you talking about, kid? This isn't a ship on the seas that can get past the storm's eye. It's just a fact of the seas. It's almost maritime law. It is so certain. When the storm's eye shows up, it can stay in one place for weeks or even months. Even veteran sailors know to steer clear of it. Well then, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, is there really no way to get to the other side? There's no way around it? A way around it? I don't think I know the way, but I've heard the rumor that launching giant fireworks directly at the storm's eye can drive it away. Another side quest? Killer? What? How the heck are we supposed to do that? Why don't you just fire your cannons at it? Isn't that good enough? Hey, don't go all the deep and here. It's not his fault. No, we can't just fight it. It's too big. The cannons on the ship are not even big enough to make it blink its eye. So, what's that? We give up? If you want to get past it, you're going to need to find at least one giant firework. And hello, the jordacious8's. A giant firework. I think that's easier said than done. I don't even know where to start looking for something like that. I think if we turn around and head westward, we'll get to Caraway Island. Maybe someone there can help us. Caraway Island. What is this? Oh yeah, it's great. The entire island is a beautiful resort. They even have a giant casino. The major city there is called Del Mocha, and they really love fireworks around there. There's even a legendary pyrotechnician named Flynn who lives here, or so I am told. He might be able to make us a big enough firework to get us past the storm's eye. A casino? Well, they decide that. Let's go to that resort island. Oliver. Yeah? Let's us go. Casino? Like in Tales of Destiny? Fights! Like in Final Fantasy 1. Okay, not a problem. Let's see. No MP at all. And deal physical damage to all fours. Okay, Is it another bird? Might be. Actually need to sleep in the inn. By the way, what is on this island? Of course, another fight. What the heck it was? Hubber Blubber? Definitely boss indeed. But I need healing and I didn't heal. Let's do this. Must be a fireball, why not? No, it's not fireball. Maybe thunder, but I don't have this magic. Okay, poison attack I think in darkness will not work on regular level. Can we steal from him? Just... You have nothing? How maybe monster have nothing? Heal. I forgot what was the effect of frost magic. Let's try light maybe. Why did you die? It's almost dead, but I cannot see its HP bar. Easy. Yeah, finish this quest. What I don't like is that after the fight we have mixed party, despite that I actually trying to have it sorted by the power. heck is this place? Is it here? Alright, that is it. The third island. We'll need to go register the ship at the Del Mocha docks. If you get off the ship at the bit of the southern shore, where the reef doesn't exist, and go straight from there, you'll find the city. If you want to find us in the city, just head to the port. Some cities, like Bikini Bay and Del Mocha, have ports you can stop at. Wait a second. You cannot enter port right now? But you can stop the ship and head ashore anywhere that the shoreline is low enough. Just make sure you remember where you parked. Gotcha, we can find the ship at the port in some cities like Bikini Bay and Del Mocha. Okay, thanks for taking care of that for us. I heard that Flint lives in the northeastern part of the city. Check him up once you get into town. Since we'll check it out. Be careful, so come find us when you're done. Oh yeah, it's not here, it's What is this? It was chest? Strange. They missed because they have line or something? By the way, let's use magic to find the chest here. Where is it? Sick version. Marked. But I already checked that. I already found it even without this mark. Funny. Ah, that's how you can see it. I saw that it's a mini-map. Well, this mini-map is actually a huge map here. Same screen as below. By the way, after the fight, everything will disappear. Let's check. What is stupid? Wait a second, another meter or might? Student don't know is it Japanese word or not. I thought that mine imagine is unique, but it's not. Evolution, we're still getting level ups non-stop. And what is this? I mean, where's his eyes now? Anyway, above, let's see. Is he blind or what? Don't understand. Very strange. No, it's still here. Seems that's all. No, there's something else. Oh, fortune is off now. Cast it one more time. Maybe I can miss something. Churches discount nearby magic chests. Okay. Because it will not work, let's see. Yeah, useless. Still level ups. This was something, no? Nothing. Still don't have any receipts, and I must use a book to craft something good. And I don't like to use a book. It's like you playing some kind of MMORPG and going to check the database to check what is the best item to craft. And which resources you need. Yes, I must say that I did like in the past this approach when I was playing Lineage or World of Warcraft. Nowadays, I'm not sure. So it was said that in the remake they actually integrated this book into the game. It's more interesting, of course. Okay, last boss, let's go. Last boss. Last regular monster fight. Spare wow. Wait a second, you almost dead. I think that's okay. Yes, it's heal, but I think it's useless. Maybe not. No idea. I can heal right now specifically one character, so that's enough for me. Oh, nice background. Del Mocha, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Macau? Holy cow, look at the fleshy pyramid, Albeck. And what casino looks like? It's like Luxor in New Vegas, Las Vegas. Hold on, aren't you looking for Flint, the firework maker? You bet. However, once you get into town, follow the arrow on the map to find Flint's house. Okay. I still didn't miss such hints. Anyway, I think I'll take a pause. For just 2 minutes. And I will return. Be right back. Alright. It seems you need a longer hair, so just put it back and that will be all, but right now it's not long enough. Let's go. First of all, I want to find healing something. And let's explore the city. Why should we go here? Let's support. Here. Snowflake? How's it possible? I also like that you can exactly see who will give you something new. And to whom it's kinda useless to talk. But I wanna play house. Maybe it will be kindness now? No way, we are playing duck. Now stop fighting this instant and get along. Excuse me, is something wrong? Oh, I'm so sorry, they won't bother you again. I'm looking after the children for the time being. These two kids, they're pretty feisty. I don't look like their mother, do I? They're not mine. Unfortunately, I look after the kids of parents who are in the casino. Why is that? Well, this is an island where grown-ups go to relax, right? Casino, the theater, they're all for adults. My mom and dad brought me here, but they're in the casino. I must say that many people in my country would think that casino is for little kids, not for grown-ups. It's like arcade automats, other stuff. And I didn't want to be sad all by myself. Me too. But I'm super happy to get to play with you. I seriously don't know how people can be attracted by casino because games here are very boring and you keep losing money and getting nothing. Seriously, I don't understand how can you play slots? Something else. Well, mahjong, yes. Because mahjong is interesting to me. Maybe poker as well for some people, not for me, of course. But others, it's just luck. I don't like such stuff. I'm playing games to win, when you guarantee can fully play some all from the beginning to the end. So you look out on the brass while the adults play. With all the big rollers around here, I'll bet you give them a soaking before they hit the casino. No, I don't accept payments. Some people want to give me something, but I always turn them down. Just like doing it. It's... Oh. Whoa. There's a lot of people who lose all their money at the casino, you see. How such people can have children? Losing all your money in casino. Married to his children. I can't believe this. I'd feel bad asking for money after that. That's darn good of you. You must really be a people person. I really like kids, so looking after them here is payment enough for me. Check out this lady. She's very embodiment of kindness. Oh, I see. Can I ask you a favor? Is there something troubling you? No, not me. Somebody else has lost their kindness. We'd like to get your heart fragment. If that's okay. By using a magic spell. Magic? I'm afraid I don't really follow you. But is there truly someone so lacking in kindness? I don't know whatever I can do to help. Thank you. Alright then. It's definitely a new fragment. I didn't have it before. It's so nice and soft, what a great feeling. Let's go and play now. I'll go first, okay? Okay, it's your turn to go first this time. They get along great. She really is great with kids. It's really one teleportation spell. To go back and not use on this ship. Oh yeah, maybe first let's find the shop. No, let's actually... use this. Yeah, max HP as I thought. Seriously, brush is doing something to them. I'm not sure. Because this, all of this is just boring. Maybe it doesn't bring any benefits except this feat. Well, I don't know. looks like we are not getting any level up for someone who is in reserve. Maybe let's take him. This one. Is he getting any levels or not? 45, let's see. Why your attack is so low now? Well, you're mage, of course. I didn't want to enter it. Well, okay now. It's in. I thought the first innkeeper that we saw was a human, but the last 2 or 3 are definitely cats. Will I get into this dream world? Nope. Maybe it depends on our current level or something. Because I know now that if we answer all 11 questions, we'll get an optional boss fight. No entry. How's that? Casino. Looks pretty nice. It's a perfect match of upper and lower part of the scale. Nice. I use the cellar? Seriously, I don't really want to buy all of this. Only if I try to craft something, but not right now. Let's start crafting if we have some problems in fights. Hey kid, are you versed in the deepest secrets of magic tricks? No. You do well to remember this. There's a trick to any magic. What's the deal with this joke? It was a joke. You have the honor of meeting the foremost magician in all of Del Mocha. And like a woman floats through the air or saw you in half, all to the thunderous ovation of the audience. Not one soul has managed to untangle the threads of my crafty tricks. You stand in the presence of the one and only Magnus Copperbottom. You're a humble fella, aren't you? However, it pains me to say that the cunning casinos have taken advantage of my good nature. I've lost myself in a whirlwind of cards, dice and roulettes. To think that I, the master of illusions, could be bested by a trick myself. Shall divulge to you that it's not a pleasant feeling. No. You're feeling alright there, buddy? If I lose a few more games, I'll be able to... My best trick yet, making all my money disappear. And not just my money, my home, my position, my reputation. Position, reputation, what? You have a work, you can easily get money back, and position, reputation, you can never lose it. Because you're just a magician. But I simply cannot stop. I'm going to spend the whole day as a slot. Position, seriously. Being a magician, it's a position. I get what's going on all around. Our magician friend's got himself all hollowed. I thought so too, so he needs restraint, obviously. Looks like what he's lacking is restraint. Just unable to handle himself, and all the people in casino who lost all the money also needs restraint, isn't it? What they wanna do all around? Accept the quest. Right. Would be prone to just let him throw his life away. No, we got to help him. Alright, time to get out there and find the hard freshman. Fragments of restraint, I still don't know. Gee, again. Hey, are you going to the casinos? Now this casino here, they make an art out of card games. And the casino there, they specialize in slot machines. And the lucky tables change daily, but see what else. It's a lot to take in. Might wanna bone up on our gambling techniques. Is someone here playing Mahjong? Well, I know that in Yakuza series they play it. And Final Fantasy XIV, of course. I was born here, so I know it all. I grew up hearing the sounds of the casino. I know some of the insider tricks. But we kids can't go into the casinos. It's a total bummer, don't you think so? Well, I don't have much of an opinion. Your words, but when I grow up, I'm gonna be a real big roller. First the casinos here, and then all over the world. Just have to wait a little longer. Well, I think our young friend here has quite a bit for restraint, what? So magician playing casinos. He's lack of restraint, and this one is not playing yet, but really wants it. He has a restraint, what? It's admirable how well he's waiting for his day in the sun. I think you're right. Hey, would you do us a favor? What? I'm not gonna tell you all my techniques, you know? They trade secrets. No, not that. We'd like to share a little of your restraint with somebody who's missing theirs. I'd use some magic. My restraint? What a love. Well, if it'll help. There's not a lot I can do. You're funny, kid. Alright. Nice. Already finished the quest. I don't know how, but I feel like a whole new person. I lost? I guess I need more training then. I'll just have to do a little better if I want to be a world-famous gambler. But famous gambler, do they exist? No. But famous losers, they are, I know for sure. Yeah, I shall be the one to show the slots. Who's the boss? Not I have a restrained heart fragment with us. Time to cast Give Heart. Blue one is definitely something. What be this sensation? I feel as though my spirit has been strongly refreshed. It appears as though you had a trick up your sleeve after all, little wizard. That wasn't a trick, it's a spell called Give Heart. Makes someone who's been howled better, like you were. Let me get this straight. What you mean to say is that in my hollow state, I couldn't resist the allure of the casino floor? You got it, mister. Well, I'll admit when I have been had. I can't believe that I was fooled by the old hollow trick. Being hollowed on some trick, forget it. I'll be remiss if I did not grant you a boon for teaching me this trick. Running boots? Okay. Let's check what is this running boot. Just increase your speed, maybe. Just strike chins up. That means... Who actually need to equip it? Anyone in my party? If so, I might use it. Wait a second. It must be equipped to a character. In this case, maybe not. Wait a second, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it's here. No, it's waste of the slot. Is it Mommy? Seriously, it's like not so. Can you report? Okay, looks like you managed to beat that monster. I appreciate it. Yeah, please take this as a reward for all of your hard work. Mr. Professor. Let's accept something new. I have just one stamp, isn't it? Well, stamp. License or something. Yeah, just hero cards. We need 2 for the next one, right? What an ambush. Maybe it's not needed. Won't see you with this. It's like item. Less training. Maybe discounts is better. I don't know. Everything's good. Psichosis. Let's see. Are you feeling lucky today? Wait a second, but the little boy, how can we play? Have you been praying to the goddess of gambling? May she smile upon us all, especially casino. Ah, the second floor. This way you can play the generals. What is generals? Generals is played by arranging 10 cards in 5 different units and then battling against your opponent's units. He also explains the types of cards you'll be playing with. Boring. Common cards are also special cards. What? I don't want to play it. There's too many explanations. Let's check the practice. Oh gosh, look at this. Look at this. Is it like baccarat? Yes, 28, so 8 losing 9. Remember what they said in Zero Escape 1? So it's kind of modification. No, we're not going to play this boring stuff. I want something more entertainment. Welcome to the casino. Everyone here shares the same dream to become an overnight millionaire. You must also want to make a fortune all at once with little effort, right? No. Is that right? Well, that's definitely unfortunate for you. If you change your mind, come talk to me again for some juicy tips. Okay, let's talk to you. Perhaps the slot machines will grant you wishes. If you want to dream about the slots, dream about the famed 777s. That's the jackpot. Please enjoy the challenge of achieving 777s. Get 3 sevens! Seriously? It's a side quest. Nice. Before you embark on the challenge, I just have one thing to say to you. Achieving your dreams is never easy. If you think about it, though, when you make your dreams into reality, that's a kind of miracle, isn't it? So, can you create a miracle right here at the casino? Can you use magic to do this? I think you're exaggerating the potential of your slot machines. But what do you say, Oliver? Wanna try hit the 777s on the slots? Yeah? But he is just a kid, he cannot do this. Well, let's save before wasting all our money or something. Slots are a game where you try to learn pattern either horizontally or diagonally, not vertical. If the pattern matches, then you score. You can bet medals to increase your winnings by 100. So we need to just win the T7s, nothing else. So don't need to make a higher bets. As you play, the chance meter will rise. Once the chance meter is maxed out, you can go into bonus mode. Only in bonus mode, all of your winnings will double. The stakes are always changing, so make sure you rise and lower your bets with excellent timing if you want to take home a huge win. There are also a few different items that you can use on the slots. There's a stylus or control pad to choose which item you want to use, and press the A button. Some items slow down time. Slow wheel? Oh gosh, I see what's going on. Some bump up your chance meters. There are quite a few different effects that they can have. And blind, chance up, and medals. But you can only have 3 items at a time. If you don't want to waste them, make sure to use them. Waste not, want not. Oh, and not all items are good. There's some bad items too, so be careful. Blind bomb, chance 0. If you use your items and their effects to your advantage, you'll be able to increase your winning. Play stake your time and choose the games. Let's see. You have no medals left. We must buy them. Okay. Welcome, would you like to change any of your medals? What about prices? 3,000! How to unlock the other runs? Okay, let me save now. Minimum is 10. Well, we just need 3-7. I think I can stop it. Okay, how to use items? There's no items right now. What is this chest? What was this? 7? Is this 2 different 7s? Strange that I'm winning. Maybe it's the same sound. This violet one means that it will be a better item? That's it. So it was immediately used? What's in the book? What's this one doing? Don't remember. Anyway, I'm looking for 777. Bonus already? Why Maximus 90 not 100? Looks like I'm very good on slots for this stage. Back to turn. Need to read about strategies for the slot machine somewhere. They exist. Like for Pokemons, red and blue, and yellow. I know that on emulator will be very easy to do. But I'm not going to play emulator. Why am I wasting my time on this? I don't think it's because I'm very fast. But who knows? Seven and... This is 7. Oh gosh. Too early. Uh-huh. Listen, what is a 7? Oh, come on! I lost everything. Boy, I think that was double so. What? Come on, it's almost was done. Let's really slow now. But not slow enough for me. Come on, that was 7. But I wanted 3 of this one. Can believe that I'm gambling on this game. Just to finish side quest. We actually need to level 3 clock to make it super slow. Come on. What was this notification? Let me check. Watch out for Amazon drivers. This Amazon driver decided to check if my car door was unlocked during his delivery. I'm glad my doors lock automatically. Or he might have just helped himself to whatever was in my car. But, guys, put your car inside the garage. Don't leave it outside. First of all, it's very ugly and sooner I don't know why nobody managed this. Second, throw away all the stuff you keep in the garage. You don't need it. I believe it's some kind of mental disease when you store unused stuff in the garage. It's just garbage. And next, you're in America, when robbery is very encouraged. It's pretty famous, so store it in garage. You have a garage. I don't believe that many people don't have a garage, but here everyone has it. Oh gosh, drives me nuts. To be super hard. Come on, why 7 just disappeared? Another 7. 1, 2, 3. Let's count. Now, why not? I do not understand. Oh, come on, I didn't want to. I'm losing all my money on this. Where's my 777? Come on. Just level 1, but okay. How to get level 3? Come on. You'll never get the last so. Come on, why? Oh gosh. Hello, Social. Real money? Of course not. Have a quest to get 777. It's so hard to get it. Super hard. Because you can stop in any place, but I think it's rigged. Now it should be first. Oh gosh. Now it's fast again. If this was only a luck involved, but you also need a skill, I am not good enough when stopping at some specific moment. And looks like it's actually rigged, because the third one is not stopping when I want it. It must be a trick. Yeah, didn't stop it when I want it. There must be something about it. Maybe if I check for some guide, I will find some information about this. But seriously, instead of playing the game, doing the plot stuff, I'm wasting time in casino. What is this item? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Just again raises the chances. I lost all my money. What is this fun? Okay, clock. But why it's always level 1? Снова 2-7. Let's check this one. this phone is doing? I don't remember. You lost all your money on this stupid casino. How's supposed to load here? Let's open the guide first. Maybe there will be one that explains how to play this casino. Because I'm not sure, but... For Pokemon there was one. And it's really worked. Let's search casino. Return for now. We start and go to the inn before carrying on. What? I didn't get it. Just no strategy. Okay, let's Google somewhere in the internet. Nino Kuni DS Casino slots tips or something. How to win in the casino tips. It's about the remake. No need to remake. Gosh, no guide at all. Should I continue trying? Let's talk to somebody like you. I thought I was gonna win, but then the last second everything went sideways. She's a tricky player to beat. Wonder if I should go talk to her. To whom? Let's spend all our money. I don't need to win the jackpot, we just need 777. Still, what does this fun do? Or maybe after we stop something we can use it. Good. I use it now. Nothing happened. No more medals! What is the items? Let's see. And blind? What is and blind? Okay. We're going to close it and load it because I lost all my money. Money, medals, medals, it was medals. It's actually its item. Start again. Gosh. Last time I'm trying this, and we will continue the main quest. Why am I even playing this? That's why I don't play in Royal Casino. That's why. Only 7's what I need. I don't need anything else, so we don't need to rise. Well, you need to rise when you have a bonus game or something, no? Let's try again. 7! Why not? Almost always lost everything, gosh. Come on, 7! It's definitely rigged. I can feel it. Yeah, I see it's rigged. Or 100%. So I'm going to lose all the money and that's all? Wait a second, I can play it offline. And I know that on Twitch there's tons of streams with a lot of viewers who is watching like streamer losing their money in real slots. Why? This puzzles me. Still, Just bonus modes, it's just doubles you winning, nothing else. And when I really get the level 3 clock. How did I lose my luck? Good shot. 7, 7. Why it's not? Oh gosh. Okay, one more bonus game, that's all. Seriously, waste of time. Maybe you need to play 2 hours this game till you get it. What if we get this X20 777, but he will say that it must be 100? It's also possible. Have no idea what is it, but let's use it. Oh gosh. Oh, we did it! Did we do this? Oh wait a second, it must be the same 7. It must be the same 7. Oh gosh. Horrible. Nah, several 7s. So terrible. Why am I continue playing this? Because I want level 3 clock. You said it would be very easy to do, isn't it? It's not triggered. And level 1 clock. Maybe if I wait enough it will be level 2 clock? Okay, last time. Come on! I need the third item. Well, I had 200 medals, so I'm not losing anything right now. Which is strange. Okay, slow it down. Why not? And it was reverted. Uh-huh, jackpot. Because it's not working. It feels like it's very close, so you'll get this stupid jackpot. But no! Okay, last time. Why couldn't stop? Because you're feeling that soon you'll finish this side quest. I seriously was thinking about finishing every single side quest here. After any mini Rabba showed us a new book. That's very easy to use. But now it seems impossible to me. Like here. I don't know, it just didn't much. Give me the clock level 3, at least level 2. Well, we already have 1000, maybe I can buy some item now. Okay, let's get 1000. That's it. We're done. We won. Let's see, what can I buy for this? You'll be swimming in good luck if you wear this bracelet. Stake the best item will be here. Coin drop rate up? Wait a second. But this one is better. 3000, you need 3000 for this. Can I simply buy it? I will have not enough money. No, I am not going to continue. Seriously waste of time. Can you give me some tips? I heard that the hallway to the VIP room, I wonder what makes it different than the normal rooms. Also heard that you need to contribute to the good of the world in order to get in. So it isn't just the usual rich guys in there, I guess. But I think that's usual rich guys. Slots on the second floor always seems to give out items? What do you mean by this? There are also some machines that are more likely to land on cats and cherries. Every machine seems to have its quirks, like in Pokemon game. One which machine will give me the best odds of winning big. Alright, in this case, let's talk to them more. line up the pictures and medals just come pouring out of there. If I get enough, I'm gonna buy myself some new toys. Some machine is lucky than others. Because it's not easy. We need tips, more tips. Honestly, he had quite the win today, didn't he? Don't you just love watching strong people destroy their opponents in one-on-one match? Haven't won against him yet, just now he was stacking up his medals into a medal mountain. So it should be second floor, as he said, and some of them... Okay, let's try here. Last time. You played 5? I see no luck. Let's switch the machine. Three, 4. It's definitely an unlucky machine. Looks like this one lucky. Or maybe if you get more cats and cherries, you'll get less 7s? I don't know, it might be a lucky machine. Well, we can try. Right now, I'm just simply losing money. It's not the 7s that I need. Well, there's definitely more cats. But it's definitely rigged. So getting at least 3,000 of these medals might be impossible today. I already spent like 1 hour on this game. Stop game. Rigged. I was clicking non-stop the stop button. Again, it's definitely rigged. Okay, last bonus, I'm going out. But I saw the sun, what's going on? Well, this shit is working. No use. Okay, let's lose. All the money we have, lose. So. And that will be all. That's it, let's go. Waste of time. Waste of time. Imagine if you do this in the real world. Yeah, at least I think it's possible, but in the real world? No. The Battle Coliseum? This is the registration corner for the tournament. Are you going to sign up? Tournament? Good evening, Mr. Gapolion. Oh, look at you guys! A new challenger approaches. Welcome to Pandora Liga. Pandora Liga? Yeah, you got it. For some people, the whole point of Rising Imogen is to come here and fight in Pandora Liga. Any true student of the Magic Master will know about the Battle Coliseum, gosh, and Pandora Liga. You can use Imogen from the looks of it, right? Oh yeah, a little bit, I'm still learning. My name is Jordan Giovanni. But everyone calls me Jordan. Giovanni Gapolion. And I'm the sponsor of this place. Some people call me the king of the casino. A long time ago, this Coliseum was packed with mages and their Imogen waiting to challenge each other in battle. So we started Pandora Liga. It was a huge hit, and in the end, I just bought the Coliseum. Coliseum, gosh. And we used Pandora League as a sort of sideshow entertainment for casino goers. Wait, didn't Jabba forbid no magic? How can you run a magical sideshow? Looks like you know your history. That's right, he did. Most of our members these days couldn't cast a spell if their life depends on it. They just taunt it in other ways. There are people who excel at capturing and using Imogen, so we call them Imogen geniuses, or Imaginiuses for short. Should I just call them geniuses? Now that the age of magic is behind us, it's much easier for normal people to get ahead in those Imogen battles. Oh really? I guess another thing that has changed over time is that they used to battle over that ridiculous Pandora boxes. Pandora's box? Yeah, it is a box that must never be opened. It is said to contain both the hope and hopelessness of the world. How can a box even? Exactly. Anyways, these days we keep it around as the final prize for the victor of Pandora League. Using it as a battle prize? Yeah, actually it's more like a trophy cup. You should join the league. Maybe a trophy has been waiting just for you. I don't know. This thing is going to happen. I mean, let's be honest here. Pandora's box is just an old myth and there will be definitely some Imogen inside. Things like that just don't exist in modern times. Yeah. Anyway, even if you don't win the trophy cup, you can still get fabulous items and even prize money just for companion. Hope you consider challenging Pandora League. So let's go and fight. Welcome to the button Coliseum. Do you want to participate as a challenger in the lightweight division? Yes. Just wait for just a moment while I gather your opponents. Your Imogen look pretty strong, but I still think... Wait a second, it's not Imogen, it's... Fairy. But I still think that my guys are gonna kick their butts. I'll make sure they go easy on you, though. Both challengers can now head through the gate. Can we still use battle? Of course we can. Will it be a long battle or he has just 3 of them? Let's see, can you do this? No, because he rides the defense. But this one can. No, wait. Oh yeah, let's go. And that was all? Oh, you beat me? I guess all my training wasn't enough. Congratulations. Just wait for just a moment while I get the opponents. But can I heal myself? This may be my first time here, but I'm not going to let my Imogen get pushed around. Both challengers can now head through the gate. No healing for me. Oh, wait a second, it was healed. I was wrong. Okay, you must be killed first. By the way, this image is the middle, like from one of the enemies in Chrono Trigger. Bird with the bell. Gabe, stop! I give up! Stop! You monster! I'll let you in, I don't even care anymore. Just wait for just a moment, okay? Is it the last one, or there will be like 10 of them? So you Oliver, looks like you're doing well, and I think you're gonna keep on winning. So, who are you? I'm Nicky. I'm the most fearsome, even genius in the last 100 years. Or at least that's what they used to call me. Can he join my party? Was fearsome, even genius in the last 100 years? How do you know you're the strongest in 100 years? Did you fight a bunch of geezers, and ghosts or something? You're pretty funny, kid. Almost too funny. I don't think I've ever heard a wit as sharp come out of such an innocent-looking little face. Sorry? From now on, we should fight each other just for fun. And he's gone. Is my rival something? Optional quest? Boss battle with him? What the? I don't think I will work with this. Anyway, it's almost done. Easy. I have like 9 of them. Well, almost none. 9. But here, just 1 Imogen? It's a joke. I guess I should have expected nothing less from the man that is my nemesis. Nemesis? Yeah, you're good match for me and the most fearsome evil genius in the last 100 years. It's only by the divine wisdom of the gods that we are even able to exist in the same age of history. Don't you think so? I mean, maybe? That's my eye. We managed to advance to the next stage in the blink of an eye. However, I'm going to train my butt off. One day we'll fight again. And on that day, I'll have a gift for you. The gift of defeat. Nikki, is that what you want? I promise on that day that I'll fight you with everything I've got. Don't break that promise. Okay, Oliver? See you later, kid. Okay. And the price is... red marble. Okay. Healing shell. Alright. Now let's change the party. Party is already like it was before. Okay, let's check the carry case. Guys in defense, MP. Let's continue the main quest. Seriously, I did nothing today. Destroyed the ship and that was all. Who's there? The door's open, come on in. Excuse me, is this where Mr. Flint lives? It is, and I'm Flint. We're not used to customers around here lately, so... Oh, that's great. Hi, my name is Oliver. What did you need from me? Well, actually, we are trying to get rid of the Storm's Eye Storm. Storm's Eye Storm. It's blocking several zeros. Oh, I see, and you think pyrotechnics might help you to close the Storm's Eye. There's some sellers that claim that would work. Did you really come all the way here just to ask me about that? It might work if you're serious about trying it. You might be able to defeat the Storm's Eye if you used a caraway chrysanthemum. This our showy signature piece. Sweet, that sounds perfect. We definitely want a caraway chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. It's actually a flower. Yes, so about that, you can't have one. What? Why not? Oh, what are you talking about, old man? Heads are riddles with arteries, and I can't move even enough to make complicated pyrotechnics anymore. I'm just an old man now. I don't know how, but we have to be able to get one, please, Mr. Flint. Oliver, you look like you're really serious about this. If you want to be able to pass under the Storm's Eye, you must be planning to go somewhere beyond it, right? You know how dangerous this voyage will be, and yet you still want to go, so you must be trying to help a friend. Friend, it's my relative. You're a good kid, Oliver. I can tell you, I'm just trying to play around with fireworks. Even this senile old fool can't see that. So why won't you help us? I have to do this. I can't turn away from what I must do. I have to help my mom. I have to save her. My mom. I'm so sorry. Can't believe we wasted all this time coming here just to get immediately turned back by something like this. How can you just... Seriously, I like this person. Tamara could do it. What? Who the heck is Tamara? My pyrotechnic people. But she won't ever step foot in this house again. Wait, she can't come here? It's just ramblings of an old man, you understand? But this is the story. Tamara and I were a perfect pair, student and teacher. We both put blood, sweat, and tears into our work, like a father and daughter. Sounds like she was quite the tomboy. I mean, can you imagine it? A little girl dreaming of becoming a pyrotechnician? Are you sexist, Shizuko? Awesome, that's so badass. At the Del Mocha Summer Festival, we always save the best fireworks for a grand finale of color and fire. So the city always gives the best pyrotechnicians on the island the honor of making fireworks for the finale every year. I bet they always choose you, right, Mr. Flint? It was always pretty crazy to get the giant finale put together, but we always made it in time. Saints was a face in me. But last year he decided that I would retire. The city didn't know what to do about the fireworks for the finale. So of course they were looking to choose a new lead pyrotechnician. A good one. Oh yeah, I heard about this. They choose your people, Tamara. It was a huge honor for someone that young. It made worldwide news. Yes, well, when she started out here, she was just some delinquent street rat of a child. She didn't have any friends and she was always getting into trouble. A lot of people were telling me what a little troublemaker she was. I decided to help you. I convinced them that rather than send her to jail, that they should lock her up with me. Back then, I was famous for being harsh and strict. Nobody else was going to help her. I thought Tamara could do something with her life. Well, and now she's the best pyrotechnician on the whole island? Well, not at the moment. Now she's considered the worst of the worst, which is why she ran away. Wait, what? What happened? It was last year's fireworks festival. That's when she made a massive caraway chrysanthemum for the finale. The boss worked really hard on it. It was the finest piece of pyrotechnics that I had ever worked on, and it was huge. He always launched the fireworks from the ocean so they reflect on the waters, but it was so heavy that we dropped it into the sea. And it went off in the water, bang! And just like it that nobody got hurt. After it exploded, well, fish kept floating after the service. Fish killed by the explosion. Dead fish everywhere. But actually, it's a good supper for you. As well. Wow, how did it happen? I mean, it sounds like you really know what you're doing, but it was just a mistake. It was too heavy. Tamara had put her pride on the line. It was the first time she'd been in charge of the finale. When the caraway chrysanthemum fell into the sea, she went pale with horror. It was going to be the biggest, the most beautiful, the most memorable fireworks show that anyone had ever seen. It was going to be better than anything that I had ever dared to create myself. But that was the problem. It also weighed far more than anything I had ever tried to launch from the ocean. So it fell? Was it so terrible? And people are people. So the people around here decided to give you a mean nickname, the fireworks fisherman. People decide. People, just one single person and everyone just repeated like birds. People are people. I'm glad that I'm not one of them. She became the laughingstock of the entire island, and that's when she started to slip away from me. And by the way, if you ask every single one, they say they're not like them. So, who are those people? Some introverts or not communicating with outside world? Why should I care about them? They're just awful. I can't imagine having a horrible nickname like that. People should have been more understanding. What a bunch of jerks. Yes, well, lots of things could have been different. So where's Tamara now? That's a good question. She used to go to the casino a lot. So we must win something here. But I've heard she hasn't been there in a while. Oh, good. Where's she? Your guess is as good as mine. Now that we know what happened, we definitely have to help. We'll find her. You know what? I don't care. I don't even care where she is now. But Mr. Flint. But if you guys want to get rid of that storm's eye, he's the only one that can make a caraway chrysanthemum for you. You'll find her. I'll let you use my workshop to help you. I had gone so after so many years working with you, but I'm back to my old harsh and strict self now. That's just who I am. Sure, that's your choice, but we're definitely going to find Tamara. So let's go. So Tamara is at the casino, huh? Shall we go find her? A casino. He just says that she's not in casino. I'm a little nervous actually. And we already were here. Because you're a chatterer, don't worry, I've never been either. Really? Not even once? Nope, I've never been into a casino. All of you were just here several minutes ago. Well, all we need to do is go there and gather some intel. Alright, we all go to the casino under my supervision, okay? Maybe I'll teach you a thing or two about gambling. Come on, you young folks, there's no time to waste. Seems a bit more optimistic than normal, I wonder. However, don't worry. Gyro will make sure we don't get into any trouble at the casino. Sure. Again, wasting time at the casino. Oh, look at this place! What a ride! Yeah, you see that! A ride of color, light, and sound. This place is annoying the crap out of me. Look at how big this place is. Where should we start looking? I think we should split up. Yep, probably. Okay, I'll search the second floor. Okay, then I'll search the area in the back. Or you should do some looking around too. When you're ready to go, just call us as you leave the casino. Okay. I guess I'm on babysitting duty. You miss me, Oliver. Alright, let's go search all there. Hey, I can search all by myself too. What? You want to search by yourself? Well, I guess I can go with you. Okay, let's go. And you work it. Alright. Nothing new from you. And I believe nothing here. My goodness, he had quite a win today. It's totally the same as we saw. It's nothing new. Feeling lucky today. We already checked everything. There's some new person here somewhere. Blackjack. Oh, by the way, you can play blackjack. You got nothing to bet? No, we are not going. Anyways, there's no side quest for it. Oh, what about you? Once you're done searching for her, please call our names before you leave. What? A fireworks maker named Tamara? Oh, you mean the famous fireworks fisherman? Yeah, she's usually around, but... Punch him in the face! To forget about this nickname. Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so such people... all jerks. Stuck in a casino who are using this, that's why I don't know them. Around my friends. She used to come here all the time, but then she started to look really broken. She walked around with this shocked look on her face. But people walk around here looking shocked all the time. In casino. Well, I do understand when it's done by kids, giving nicknames, etc. But grown up, man, are you kidding me? Especially old men. And women. Anyway, humans. Looking for Tamara? Now that you mention it, she's been looking pretty zoned out lately. She didn't look very good. Did something happen? So nobody knows. Just wasting time here. Let's look on the right as well. Tamara, she looked like she was walking around surrounded by dark clouds. But that's crazy, right? I must have been seeing things. Who is this? It's that, beep. Alright. And you? Jaira? Hey Oliver, did you find anything out? Time to go? Yes. Okay, let's get out of here. What do you think of that? Well, it sounds like she used to come here all the time, but then she recently started acting kinda strange. She became hot and you must return. You're willing to play in casino. Yeah, that's what I was told too. Me too, but that's not all they said. They said that she was getting obsessive lately, obsessive and crazy. You know, I'm starting to think that Tamara might actually be hollowed. No way! That's the real cause of your obsession is, because she's turned into a nightmare. Not hollowed, but nightmare. Oh yeah, makes sense. I don't know why, because nightmare are usually people become violent, etc. So I see no connection here. Maro, how do you think? You know how bad Jabo is from your own experiences. Did he do this? Think about it, Tamara is one of the few people that has the power to get rid of that storm's eye, and now she's missing. I bet that would be enough to incentivize Jabo to take a piece of your heart. Well, what the heck are you waiting for? We need to find her as soon as possible. You're right, we can't do much to keep the town safe until we found her. Yeah, that's true. Huh? Excuse me, sir. Sir! We finished our crazy check, and as a result, I decided to offer you this to play with. What? Already? Thanks. Please take your time, enjoy your stay, play as long as you want. Take your time? What was that all about? Oh, nothing at all, right, Oliver? Hold on just a minute. Did you just say you were gathering intel at the same time we were? Yes, of course I did. I just gave my report. I was just researching the missing girl's behavior patterns, tracing her footsteps. What? What is with that face? I didn't do anything. Oh, now she's. Alright, I'm going back to the inn. I need a break from him. Oh yeah, alright, great idea, right over? What? I mean, sure, I guess so. Don't even talk to Gyro. What the hell? Fine, I get it. Are you seriously going to be able to put up with your crap for the rest of the trip, Oliver? Really? She is incapable of having any compassion for other people at all. Nice, Gyro. I don't know. She always seems to get really mad when she's speaking with Gyro. Is it? What's the first time? It's my party. Seriously want to put him in my party after this. Strike chance up. Also, he is actually a distant attacker. If I put him in front and in the back, we must check how the attack will change. Rest in the inn? Okay. And up you'll get this random dungeon location. By the way, maybe Luxor in English sounds like a Luxor, but it's the Egyptian, so Luxor. Can it be La? I don't know, of course. Need to check some Egyptian YouTube, maybe? What should we do? Do you want to search around the casino game? That's a good idea, let's go. Look, it's just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm not spending all of my time gambling. I know we have more important things to do, but just a little bit couldn't hurt. Really? Really? Well, I guess if I'm in the area, it couldn't hurt to just play a little. I mean, not for long. Wait just a second. What are you talking about? We're in the middle of helping someone in need and you want to gamble? Hey, don't be so serious. It's good to take a breather once in a while. You know? Lighten up, Maru. Fine, do whatever you want. Let's go, Oliver. We'll find Tamara on our own. I should have known we couldn't trust the same guy who we first met when he stole that photo from us. Wait a minute. That was because Jabba had taken control of me. You know that. Don't act so high and mighty. You were hot once too. What? Come on! You just want to have fun at the casino, don't you? You're right. Unlike you, I actually know how to relax once in a while. It's not like we have anything to do but sleep anyway. Who cares what I do till morning? What kind of trip do you think we are on? It doesn't matter what kind of journey we are on. Everyone has their limits. Everyone needs to rest sometimes. Sounds like you still have plenty of room for Jabba's nonsense in that head of yours. Maybe he'll come to devour your attitude. Come back here and say that again! Say it again! Do you even know how many people Jabba has caught? You make me sick. Do you think you can even compare your troubles with my terrible nightmare? I think I know what Jabba can do. He's evil and terrible, and there isn't anyone out there that doesn't know that. He struggle, but he just stays there in that bottomless book waiting. He's nothing but a jet black heart. Gyro, Never forgive anyone that does it to their fellow man. I will never forgive Jabba. So what? Am I now supposed to go out and save every person that ever had anything bad happen in their lives, huh? No, of course not. That has nothing to do with it. If we are going to take out Jabba, I'm all in. I'll totally help with that. But you want me to just accept that we are going to be doing this for years and years? If that's what you want, then I've had enough. When I get it, you want to do things your way. What about what I want? What about my way? And she just left. Doesn't matter if they're kids or adults, yet some people just don't know how to behave nicely around others. She hasn't calmed down by the morning. I swear I'm going to just pack up and head home. You know what? I'm gonna take a walk around town. Just stroll. I'm done with her. Oh crap. Those two are so stubborn. I guess it was inevitable that said buttheads. One day, if they'll be okay, however, I think we need to talk some sense into those two. We'll have to come back here to sleep once that's done. Yeah. Side quest. Where did they go? At least we have arrows so far. This place gives me a case of the villains. Will be a boss fight? I know what you mean. Should we turn back? It sounded like Maro. Came from over there. Hurry! Maro, are you okay? Jared! It's Tamara and that purple mist. Purple. It must be a nightmare! My voice is fading, and I'm suddenly so sad. Is this the power of a nightmare? Maro! Oliver! Hey, hurry up, kid! Sorry I'm late. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. I want this. What was this? Fireworks. We have personal nightmare. Let's try to steal. He's really usopping, even this slink or what is this in English?
これでも食らいな
Nothing. Can all of this. I doubt poison attack will work, but let's check.
これでも食らいな
No effect, obviously. Why every single boss cannot be debuffed? Terrible. Okay, they must be moved. And let's check how will attack work for Gyro. Tamara Mare. Solid one.
とりゃ
55. Almost the same. So Jana is very terrible for boss fights, but maybe in the future he'll get some better skills. Seriously, no items in the boss? So he can't steal them. Horrible. I didn't think I was going to make it in time to save you. You not hurt or anything? I'm fine. Cheer up. Thanks, and I'm sorry for being such a jerk earlier. Forget about it, I'm just glad I made it in time. Thanks. Are you okay, Maru? Yeah, sorry for scaring you like that. I was just in the nick of time, as always. If I went always here to save your hide, you two would barely have made it anywhere. What's so funny? What? I already apologized, and now I think you owe one yourself. You're ungrateful, I tuckered myself out running over here to save you from the danger. This place isn't safe, isn't it right, Oliver? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Any cage match. Cool it, you two. Cage match? Like in Spider-Man, the only movie where actually the only source of information where I saw a cage match. And here I heard it for the second time in my life. And what you laughing about, Oliver? Yeah, what's so funny? You went from friends to fighting so fast. Oh. Actually, it was a laugh, I believe. What's up with you, kids? This is no place for games. We're all serious folk, aren't we? But everything's so funny all of a sudden. There's actually almost dead person in front of you, and you are just making jokes. Can't argue there. Just want to let out a great big belly laugh. You don't just go? What's gotten to you two? Oliver, there's nothing funny about your little joke? Are you playing a prank on me? Because it's not. Okay, I'm done laughing. Now that's over. Let's get Tamara back to Flint's house. Good plan. Yeah, let's force her to make the firework. Obviously. It's kinda sad that Jarl is useless during the boss fight. But let's see how will it work against regular monsters, Imogens. Oh yeah, this is sound. Just quiet. No, it's a cutscene. Hope this helps both Flint and Tamara. If Flint stays out like that. Flint was out. He's going to be a grumpy old man, however. I really hope this turns things around. For the both of them, it sounds like they've had a rough year. Do you think we should take you on there? He didn't really seem like he wanted to see her again. We need to take Tamara back in there with us. He promised that we would help Mr. Flint. You're open and coming. Mr. Flint? Tamara looks like a boy, seriously. Did you have time to do some soul searching? I think he has. You found her? Yes? You found my daughter? The real one or just a stepdaughter? Thank you so much, Mr. Flint. Hell man, I'm so sorry, I'm just worthless, I'm not good enough. I wandered around and everywhere when everyone was laughing at me, I could see it in their eyes. Could they possibly be laughing at. You did your best, and it was your very first big show as a pyrotechnician. Yeah. When you're young and just learning things, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You just have to pick yourself up and try again. You're not the only one that has ever had a huge public failure. Everyone makes mistakes. Public failure. I don't remember this for myself, maybe it will widen me in the future, who knows? Possible. Don't you remember what you used to be like? When you didn't care what people thought of you? Don't you remember what you said the night of the fireworks accident? You said, I can't believe a filthy street rat like me managed to build something so beautiful. Can't wait for them to see it. You remember what I told you after that? Fireworks show the world the souls of the pyrotechnicians that made them. I knew I wanted to spend my life working as a pyrotechnician then. I want to give people something bright and wonderful to look at in the deepest darkest nights, something inspiring. For me, this fireworks and everything is nothing. I seriously think it's useless waste of time and money. So it's very personal to me why other people want to see it and use it. Seriously. I wanted to make something special, like all the fireworks that you made. But my chrysanthemum fell into the sea. I should have listened to you. I should have done something different. It was still a great performance. It was just for the fish this time, not people. So you wanted to kill all the people like a fish? What a strange joke. Did you ever hear about my first big mistake? I made this huge bomb like firework, but it ended up burning itself out on the ground. What? You've had big public failures too? No way, as a legendary pyrotechnician Flint? I don't believe it! And after that, do you know what everyone called me? They called me Born Out Flint. I didn't know. Of course I was heartbroken by that. I had put my heart and soul into that firework. So I focused single-mindedly on fixing my mistakes. Slowly I managed to tame my recklessness and learn the craft of pyrotechnics. I always tried to keep in mind what it felt like to be in the ground at the fireworks show, surrounded by everyone's smiling faces. Everyone looking up in the sky, being amazed and amazed by my fireworks displays. Yet, don't let one big failure take away your will to create. Don't let this one little thing destroy you. It isn't worth it. As a pyrotechnician, you need to have the strength to believe in yourself. I thought I taught you now that you would always have confidence in your abilities. But very well known fact. If you keep using fireworks every single year, the more accidents will happen. Everywhere, in every single country, somebody dies, etc. It's a dangerous thing, but nobody forbids it. I don't know. Seriously, fireworks is actually a weapon. Hey, wait a minute, Oliver, are you seeing this? It's a confidence round fragment. How do you know it's the first time you see it? Mr. Flynn has so much confidence in his heart. And though you're retired, you still have so much passion for your craft. You're so strong. It's like you're glowing. Of course, I'm totally against about everything forbidden things, etc. But let's give people what they want and what they want to do. That's right. But I better avoid all these places with fireworks, etc. Because constantly, in my lifetime, like 30 years, there were several deaths, even one terrorism act of terrorism. That's right, people die during the fireworks, so it's better to avoid. It's happened like 5 times, so every like 6 years, people nearby me like 100 miles or even less, just 500, simply dies, just standing here in the crowd watching fireworks. constantly happening. Oliver, do you think you would give some of Lynn's confidence to Tamara? Yeah, you should. From father to daughter, from teacher to pupil. Yeah, Mr. Philly, can I ask you for a favor? You have so much confidence in your heart. I'd like to give some of it to Tamara. Give you a piece of my heart. You know what? Sure, whatever it takes. Bill somebody disagrees in future about this. Might be. What is this feeling? It's so warm. That Oliver, hurry, give Lynn's confidence heart fragment to Tamara. Okay. But seriously, what I don't like when there's a shooting range in the city limits. Even if you built it in the past when there was no limits, but here it's now, it's not the problem with the people that can hear you shooting every single morning. It's your problem, you must move. My heart feels so warm and so strong, I feel like I'm overwhelmed with newfound strength. You know what? I think I finally understand what you meant. Oh man. Pyrotechnicians aren't supposed to play it safe all the time. Well, let's go hand in hand with big advances in the field. I'm going to work hard to turn myself around. I'm not going to let myself turn back into the all but me. I've grown and changed since then. I'm a different person now. I want to spend my time obsessed with the fireworks, like some sort of maniac. That's it, Tamara. That's the passion of a true pyrotechnician. You're going to go great places with that new attitude of yours. Just have to remember that everyone makes mistakes and that you can learn from them and become better from them. You betcha. You can't make a lot of money from creating fireworks. Had never seen someone who was rich with this. I think you guys are gonna be alright. Thanks goodness, right Oliver? Yeah. It's finished. So fast! Oliver, it's finally finished. Come here, old man Flynn's got a scissors. Ahem. It's not very big. Wow. Wait, is this? Oh, Tamara. You got it. It's a big brown house, different, not this written down. It's like our two biggest failures turned into one big success. It was double? Ron and his friends helped me build it. Is it? Tamara. Alright, please take this. But it's super heavy, how should I move it? Since you guys, you say, at least levitation magic. You saved me from a total nightmare and gave me back my confidence. Yeah, a nightmare. Nice work, Oliver. Now we can get rid of that annoying Stormside will be a boss battle. Yeah, thanks, Tamara. No, Oliver. This we who should be thanking you. I haven't the words to express my gratitude properly. Don't worry about it. It was our pleasure to help you. Okay, time for us to get going. Good luck, Oliver. Take care. That's great, right, Oliver? Yeah. It's not great, I didn't do any dungeon today. So, what do we do now? Well, Sinbad said come back to the boat at the docks once you're ready to go. At the docks, huh? I think it might be in the same area that we found the nightmare, farther along the road. We know this already. I bet it's the biggest boat at the dock. It'll be our ship. It's very small, by the way. Maybe. Okay, Oliver, once we gathered enough supplies, let's head to the ship. Yeah, now we can beat that blasted Storm's Eye. Okay, let's go. I did open it, right? Hey, over here. Sinbad. Well, how did it go? We did it. By the way, this eye patch, well, he definitely have a scar, so he lost the eye. But people, I mean, ancient sailors are using that no matter what. Because it's very bright outside and dark inside the ship. So when you're going inside, you're switching the eye with this patch. And if you go outside, you're switching it again. Right. Actually, no need. When you're going outside, you must switch. Outside, doesn't matter. So they can easily see everything immediately. But nowadays, there's no need for this. And you can use sunglasses, of course. We did it. We shoot it. Take a look at this enormous firework, but how can we throw it in the air? We have nothing like triple shot or something. We don't see something like this every day, right? Okay, we can use levitation magic. We can use this to get to the Borgo Empire. Don't get ahead of yourself. Let's deal with the storm's eye first. The ship's ready to sail. Let me know when you made your arrangements. Then we can push off. I already did everything I can save, of course, but as we know, death will just put you back on checkpoints that happen immediately. Oh well, you ready to push off? Of course, let's go. Alright, let's get sail. I must say it's really strange to see a 3D graphic on Nintendo DS which has a very low hardware. Let's try to steal something. Anyway, let's put you back here. Don't need to fight. Why are you attacking him? Cancel? They cancel my attack! Come on, guys. No successful stealing. Can I cross it on the nose? Okay, let's try again. Still, he's not fast enough. Wait. Fail to steal. Come on. There must be items that will raise the chance of stealing something. What a failure. Was not a stealing, but anyway, he'll die first. One more time. Can I mean try to attack somebody else? Just cancel attacks.
これでも食らいな。
Why are you constantly failing? What do you use from you? And what was this? It was... He actually hit us our weakness point, but still it was just 1 HP damage? Fine. So weak. By the way, it also was in Pokemon anime, and he explained even if like I said, you have not immunity, but strong defense for some type of attack, but if your opponent is overpowerful, doesn't really matter. You'll get the damage no matter what. He's quite the opposite. No damage at all. You have no weakness. Okay, let's change you from our party. Definitely useless. Gels that teaches you healing drop. Oh, that changes image and slot to red. You already have double red or something. Yeah. But you learn healing, it would be nice actually. Can you have some like... You have this limited amount of skills, so maybe it will be replaced. You could select what to replace, because well, it's kinda useless, that's 100% sure. Let's use and see. It's the future. Restore a small amount of HP to one ally. So how we'll send it into the air? It's pretty slow. Let's see. What will it be? A cannon? It's really loud. It's just immature.
Oh.
And no boss fight? Oh, 7. Great. Again you. Who are you? So he intends to pass through the storm's eye. That boy just keeps on getting closer, closer to our old friend Jabbo. But it's old friend. Strange. Who was this woman who was looking for children? We didn't find you, so... Very strange. Our friend, like, he's not a friend anymore or something. Splashing. They're definitely stronger. Very strong. Might someone will die. Civil damage, but I don't care. Look at this, survived! All of them. What was this, a stronghold? Hibura. By the way, he can see that we can have more sentry skills. But maybe Imogens can have more. I don't know. Why you didn't attack? Didn't see anything like cancel status or something. Sick fortune. Not so good. What, we can ride a train or it's just a mine or something? Yeah, it's a mine. I cannot get there. Okay, let's fight. Those stamets work for every single enemy. Barley Harley. Okay. Sweeping bunch. Blue slots have increased. Okay, let's check the equipment. Not here. Okay, everyone equipped here. It's not a city, but a dungeon, maybe? I don't know. No, it's actually a city. Still no dungeon. Yeah. Who is man? They actually Hawks? Oh, is it you? It's been so long. Hello, madam. It has been a long while. Oh, what a lovely clothing. Your fashion is on a whole as level as always. But why are they wearing masks? Ahem. The Constitution of the Great Empire. Clause 2069. Cast not indiscriminate praise upon the appearance of others. That's why you're wearing masks? Why? What a shiny cheap looking brush. Suits you so well, madam. Well, yes you do, madam. What's going on here? This thick hack of yours, like a radish stacked on top of a pumpkin, the style is all the more polished. Acceptable. Another dictation here? Your Majesty, the Emperor has passed several new laws this week too, and we fully expect all citizens to abide by them. What a bullshit. This week too? Is he saying this pointless law are going to keep getting passed every week? This is crazy! Looks like things are getting stranger and stranger around here. Stranger and stranger? Charo! Forget it, let's go. Let's go to the... Can we get into the dream? Or not? We got it! Well, I still don't have a magic lamp. By the way, oh no, I cannot save, so if I answer wrong, he'll do the try or something. Yeah, I cannot cast it. Anything new here? I think nope. You were able to free me. Is there anything else you were interested in? Anything I can give you? Whatever you're interested in, I can let you have a glimpse of it. Except Wouldn't that mean that there's nothing that I don't know? How about this? I'll give you a little bit of advice. The heat from a flame can be very dangerous. What? So what you gonna do? Do you want to give it a try? Yes. Wait, something isn't there. Just got two berries. What's the point of this? You got some serious courage, don't you? I actually expected some more riddles. It's a strange food. And nothing else. Line. Who is it that you discard the secret to this world? Would you mind I give you a little test? Yes. Simply looking at something doesn't mean you actually seen it. Everyone is just seeing what they want to see. Including me? That's right, boss, you and I, such as seeing people who shouldn't be there. For example, I see a young boy with a red cape in front of me that isn't really there. Actually he is though. Really? Then by all means, prove it to me. It's fine if you can't prove it at the moment. Well then, here's a riddle. What dwells within the river? What dwells within the river? Yes, you'll have to be careful. If you go for a swim, there's a creature in the river that is difficult to see at first. So what is this? Must be something in this river? Creatures that's hard to see at first? Should I translate this? I don't remember how did I translate it last time. Let me check. All this riddle stuff. River. Closes. Here it is. How to translate this shit? It must be already translated. Well, let's see. Why can't I find the translation? Okay, found it. Well, no. This place. Nobody translated. Okay, let's open the companion. The last page. 300 pages. One more time. Can it be related to this one? S? I don't even know in which way should I translate it. So it's S... SL? Yes, cell? SL? Where? Wait a second, maybe well? SR and where? Can I see the symbol? Who? But it can be a whale by the way, River. Who? Who? It's very strange. Ah, not who, well. That's right. So the first one is... maybe or... It might be well. But I'll double check. Maybe it's not related to the last one. So, one more time. This on the top, BWH. Where? Oh. E, the last one. Wells. WHLLES. Wells. So it's plural. And we did it! Easy! I'm pro now in this game. Well, there's 9 more questions. Brilliant, that's correct, but really, for the first question we must go to the book and count everything, and I don't like this. That's correct, you either have the brains of gods, or the lack of the devil. Neither of this, I just translated. Power Stone. Needs to fit somebody? If you ever catch sight of a Koi swimming in a river, I hope you'll be reminded of me. Koi... they... didn't swim in the river? Not sure. Anyways, that was funny. Let's see what is this stone. Wrong menu. I can hear these buses in my headset. It's actually interesting how actually sound improved, and Game Boy Advance sound is very terrible, despite its stereo, it sounds not good. This is power something. Power Stone. I already had one. What receipt for this? Oh, I've got a little something to take care of. I'm just gonna head to that street over there. Why don't you folks do some sightseeing? Sightseeing? We are not here on some kind of relaxing vacation. And nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. Alright, Allura, lend me that photo. The one on the stage. Okay. Hey, wait! Thanks, see you later. Wait, Jaro! Not even His Majesty, the Emperor, gets by here without the password. We must type in password? What a shady looking street, but Jaro managed to get through, didn't he? Well, it's not like we'd have anything to say even if we chase after him. We must trust in him. I saw we'd take Gyro's suggestion and have a nice stroll to see the sights. Shizuku! That photo over a hand that always really important. You don't trust Gyro yet, Maru? It's not that he just left without telling us why. Well, I'm sure he just thought of something. Now this way, the city's begging to be explored. And we found some troubles here. Sure is. Totally like a talisman of Stephen King's. Fine, have it your way. But we cannot enter any password. Since I want to sleep, maybe I should go? Just explore a little more. 14 more minutes. I spent a lot of time in casino, despite that I don't need it. Did not need it. Empty. suppose, huh? Report? Nothing to report? Oh yeah. Let's see, what can we buy? I don't like this equipment system. Let's manually equip it. Wilson Harley is stronger than everyone else? I don't like this. But okay. Choose it, allowing the wearer to run more powerfully? Increases speed? Ah, just speeds during the battles. Really, music effects here very nice. Wonder what is the problem with this city? God,
こんな路地裏に校庭がなんだ
なんか来た。
行こうよ早く、校庭の豚だったの？豚だ。
お前らこれでかいて。
だって豚だよ。
豚だらけだな。
The plot of this game is very awesome. Said it was not released in the United States for Nintendo DS? Maybe they thought that it's the end of the era of DS or something? It's very a shame. It's very sad that many awesome games just recently started releasing in America, like in this Nintendo Direct. Like Life Alive, very awesome JRPG. It's releasing it only now. Maybe someday they port it officially to Nintendo Switch, why not? Because remake it's remake. Shara, where do you go? Just nip it over to the black market. Okay, that's what I took. The place back there that's called the black market. Yep, they sell everything from toothbrushes to Derby's horns. Doesn't sound like a black market to me. Also, it's a great place to find juicy bits of information. Apparently, someone calling himself an envoy of the Emperor used to loiter around the black market all the time. He said he wandered around aimlessly, doing some shopping, then would return to the place. And guess what? He looks exactly like the guy in your photographer. What? But why would he be in a place like the black market? And if he calls himself an envoy, must mean he has something to do with that big emperor. He's bringing news to the castle. Well, about that. Well, I don't know. He hasn't been seen at the black market in the last 2 weeks. He just stays in the place. Come on. Well, now that we are supposed, what are we supposed to do? At the very least, I learned we're going to have to seek another place in order to find this guy. So I think we need to find some palace guard armor to discuss ourselves with. Now it's like in Final Fantasy. Thing is, I tried looking at this store owned by an old guy I used to know, but he wasn't there, so I was just about to try again. Sneaking in, that's a lot easier said than done. Well, that's basically what I've been up to. Let's get going to the black market. Wait, Jaro. Maru, come on! There's something fishy about this. Doesn't respond some way to sort out for someone like Jaro? Well, maybe. The same guy who always messes around whenever it's most important. Don't you think he's a little too excited about this? What a tragic way to be viewed by others. Yeah, he also seems really familiar with the inner working of the city. What do you think he used to do here? Some shadow past? That's so bizarre. Oh, why are you whispering about back there? I'll leave you behind if you don't hurry. Wait for us! Still a cutscene. Password. In rock, paper, scissors, pick, scissors. Hey, you got it! Go right through. So, looks like for several years, this password didn't change. Let's go. And where did this awesome music went? This is the black market. Are you kidding me? Antiquarian store or something. Oh hey, long time no see, Jaro. I've been hoping to run into you again. It's kinda ominous. Same as always, I'm here. Turns out I'm looking for a few things you might have in stock. Yeah, you always had good taste. If you want something crazy like a toothbrush made out of deer's horns, I'm your man. Don't owe the back streets. See it, and that's why I'm here. So, we are looking for something that we haven't found anywhere else. We need some burger armor. What burger armor? Wait, Jared, what are you planning to do? Not so much, we just really need to go somewhere that only allows burger soldiers to enter. That's all. What's the problem? You don't have it? I thought you had everything, even the crazy stuff done off the back streets, right? Yeah, I've got it, okay? I don't think I want to sell it to you. Well, I'll sell it to you, but I've got some conditions for the sale. Conditions? Oh, I get it. You mean you'll set the price high enough that you can turn a blind eye, right? Fine, Oliver, can you pay the man? What? Yeah, I guess so. Shara, come on. Actually, I don't want a lot of money. What I want is some medicine. They keep some special medicine at the place. If you're gonna break it there, then my conditions are that you bring back some of it. Medicine? It's a pretty strange thing to set as a condition of sale. My granddaughter, Luca. She's very young, and the person has a big heart. Pollution here in Borg has made her very, very ill. So if you care about her, just move out to another country, city, etc. What a stupid man. So, this medicine that you want, call your disease Borg heart, and I heard that there's a wonder drug that was designed to treat it. Well, I can treat it once, but next it will return. So move on! People that drink the medicines are rumored to be completely cured immediately. I don't trust this. The ingredients are kept in the palace. You need to find the nectar of flower called the Curao. It's not in Japanese, so I don't know how to pronounce it, but... hello there, and thank you for the follow. Despite that, like in 2 minutes, I'm going to read some of them. And this game will continue playing, I think, on Friday. Tomorrow should be a Sonic the Hedgehog on Genesis. It's a regal flower with incredibly rare blooms. Commoners like us are not ready to get our hands on a single one in our entire lives. That's trouble. Even though I'm the dawn of the backstreets, I still have only ever heard of this flower. Never seen it. I pretend I'm so high and mighty, but when it comes right down to it, I can't even find medicine for my own grandchild. You love Sonic? Well, I'm actually going to play and finish completely with all the emeralds every single game in Sonic franchise, but I know that it will take a lot. And still I have several requests that I must finish, so a siege between requests and Sonic games, that's for sure. And of course I will start from the very beginning, on Genesis. Well, I decided to play all of them because somebody requested Sonic 06, and despite that everyone says it's very bad games, I really like it. If it was a very interesting game to me, that means that other games are even better? I must figure it out. Check them out. Alright, I see, and that's why you want us to steal you the medicine while we're in the castle. Well, before it was palace, now it's castle. You give pretty easy orders. At least it sounds easy, I hope we don't have any trouble finding it. Yeah, got you covered there. I know right where they keep it. Sort of. Wait, what do you mean? Pensions for the first 2 games to get all the emeralds? Well, I tried it offline when I bought Genesis, and... well, it's easy to collect them if you... well, keep restarting, it's... until you get all of them in the... like, first 3 worlds? What is it, or zones? Yeah, zones. So it should be easy. Also, I read about the second game, so you can get all emeralds in the first 2 areas. So just... I'm going to repeat them until I'll get them all. But you must also finish the game. It would be hard, I think. Anyway, I will try. And definitely will do this. I cannot say that the game is finished until you get them all. And maybe in the future I will replace Sonic 06 by doing every single side quest and getting every single coin. It might be hard, but why not? Alright, Luca has an older brother. His name is Mika? Mika probably has the medicine already. He's in this class at the castle. I last spoke to him a year ago, but he was so close. So you tried all of this before? This another group of medicine chiefs? Thieves? Yeah, Mika also has burglar armor and is already in the castle. He's been working undercover. He started looking for the medicine a long time ago. Then one day a different thief broke into the palace. The emperor was in danger and he unfortunately protected the emperor. Unfortunately? What do you mean? Isn't protecting the emperor a good thing? You could gain his trust that way. Exactly. Mika gained his trust, except it was more than just trust. Mika became his sole confidant, his only friend. In a place full of potential thieves and assassins, Mika became his right-hand man, chief of the guard. I'm sure he still had the medicine, but he can't ever leave the castle now. Not even if he wanted to. He can't leave? Yeah, think about that. Why would the Emperor let the only man he trusts ever leave? He's selfish and thinks only about himself. It's just crazy. Mika wrote me a letter once about the guard's schedule at the palace. It's pretty comprehensive, but wait a second, he can send it as a parcel, right? Very strange. I know it won't be easy for you to get their medicine. It might not even be possible. I mean, if anyone takes a good look at these uniforms, they gonna notice they're not modern, even if they are clean. Great. The Emperor has a happy, easy life up there in the palace. That's all the letters ever talked about. Easy living. But I knew the true meaning of Mika's words. The secret message. Mika is in a tough spot. He's really struggling right now. Please, you gotta help me. Find Mika at the place and get the medicine from him. Please. And if you are able to, see if you can get Mika out of the place. What do you think, Color? Of course, we'll help you. Yes, that's what I thought you'd say. Luca is in the back. You should meet her before you go. Why should we? But okay. No, Grandpa. What are you up to, Luca? Reading a book, huh? I know how to read, Grandpa. I wanna read something to you. Once upon a time. Luca, don't tie yourself out. You can always tell me a story another time. Okay. Hi, Luca. Hi. I'm Oliver, and these are my friends who I travel with. My big brother's at the palace. He writes me lots of letters. So I've been learning to read so that I can read his letters all by myself. Are you lonely with your brother gone? I believe in him. I know he'll bring me my medicine. And then I'll get to go outside and play, and Grandpa will come too. That's right, Luca. Vic and I will both play outside with you. We'll go hunting for those butterflies you love so much. We'll catch real, live butterflies that you can touch, not the ones you only see from your windowsill. Yeah, and I also... Luca, please, enough. She seems a little excited with so many visitors today. Well then, I guess we'll leave you to rest, Luca. You leaving already? We'll come again, and we'll bring you a nice present too. Thanks. Let's go. Luca has suffered so much, yet she's never stopped having faith in her brother. Oliver, we have to do something. You're right. We can't just leave things like this. It looks like you've got the whole gang on board, Grumps. For the sake of that little girl, let's go save your reckless brother. Leave it to us. By the way, why Shikkoku was totally silent here? I'm sorry. Thank you for your help. Let's change our clothes and get going to the palace. Can you check it closer? Like on equipment's screen. Seriously? So it's not just a... Wait a second. It's really like a hog. What about you? The same? And you? Nice. Interesting. Alright, I think it's time to raid somebody. Just let's go maybe outside here. Okay, so going to the menu. Save. Because it's really time to sleep. I'm playing it almost 18 hours already. Well, it's JRPG, it's long. Kinda expect it. Let's see, who's still online here? Who's still online? Why almost everyone playing Dead by Daylight? Very strange. Blighthelm playing Ratchet and Clank? Okay, let's rate here. Why not? I believe I'll rate it here only once. So let's do this again. Here it is. Alright, that was all for today. So tomorrow, definitely Sonic the Hedgehog, the very first. Also thinking in buying Master System to play. Well, I know that the second Sonic was originally released for Master System only several like months later on Genesis. And it's totally different version, and even the first game is different. So we must play them all. Anyway, that was all for today. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye.